Hello everybody, welcome back to another Wally Royal video of Esoteric Ebb. Now, in terms of what happened last time, we finally got ourselves outside the dungeon. Woohoo! We did have to answer a couple of questions from a Minotaur-like being statue, in which we nearly fell into a pit of spikes. Thank you, Sneal. But due to my great athleticism, we did escape. Apart from that, we are now trying to make our way to Water Lane, because it is the afternoon and apparently some stuff is going down there that I do not want to miss. Now, with all that being said, let us continue our adventure. I actually believe I need to go this way, right? Yes, hooray! I reckon there's going to be a couple more characters, quirky characters here for me to chat to, as well as figuring out what is going down here. What's this? What does this sign say? A street sign. It says upper, W view, water, W docks. We also did find a crocodile lizard-like being living in the sewers down below, hoarding food of missing shipments. Oh, hello, what is going on here? Youth Asgol Medissa. Oh, it's this lady. This is the lady that ran away, that apparently is up to no good in Water Lane. Alright, and who are you? Rollo Malak. 20. Damn it. Human, Earthfolk. The next generation, a late-stage teenager representing all young men among the Earthfolk. Right. Well, what is happening down here? A tense scene. Oh, a cleric. Just in time. 4 young guys just hanging around, looking normal. Except the angry-looking blonde kid. We've confiscated the illegal goods, he says, and bows his head. For the city. He turns his head towards one of the kids behind him. How's it going, Earthnessy? Earthnessy. I'm trying. Hold on. Hey, stop it. Alright. Are you militia? The blonde kid shakes his head. I'm Rollo, the blonde kid says and takes a bow. Rollo Malak. At your service. Behind me are Earthnessy, Sten Buskin, and Tolly. We're members of Norvikian Resistance, a movement to your thieves and ignorant book burners. The girl adjusts her spectacles and straightens her back. With all due respect, Mr. Cleric, she says, don't believe a word from these thugs. You notice the 2 other girls behind her, a halfling and a dwarf. Both look at each other. A-holes! Ice-holes! Careful, it's an actual cleric. Thugs, come on, Modissa, really? Like the AY aren't just a bunch of ruffians. I've seen enough, the goblin whispers to you and says, just activists clashing. Hello everyone, I'm the cleric. The AY? What's the AY? The Asgulus Youths. See her green armband? Right. I'm confused. Is there a problem here? Problem's taken care of, Lord Cleric. Oh, bugger off. They've stolen, she hisses, then turns to Rollo to bark out. You stole our entire Water Lane delivery. Yeah, sure, of an illegal newspaper. Lord Cleric, I assure you, we're doing the city a favor here. Take that back. It's a bunch of larpers. Larper. An insult meaning someone who's delusional and role-plays themselves into a position of power or importance. Based on LARP, meaning live action role-playing. Hey. It's not live action, it's a video game. I'm allowed to role-play. It's A-okay. Completely different. Okay? Okay. I see, it's a lover's quarrel. Lord Cleric. I dig it. I'm the Lord Cleric. Here I am. Wait a sec. No. I need to correct something here. I'm not actually a cleric. I'm a rogue, thank you very much. I'm sensing a conflict here. I need to correct something here. I'm not a cleric. You're not? The guy behind him just starts to stutter out. What are you then? Like what? I'm actually a badass rogue. A what? You know, the swashbuckling kind. Ridiculous, she mutters to herself and presses her face into her hands. She's so over it. What do you mean? How can you be over this charming buckethead? A better rogue would have gone for a better reaction, methinks. So we shouldn't call you a cleric then? No, for legal reasons you can keep calling me cleric. I don't trust you enough to dress me properly, so Lord Master Cleric is fine, or something akin. Just stare at him and breathe loudly. I'll breathe at you. Yeah. Are you kids even allowed out this late? Look, I have a hard time seeing how old humans are as well, but these are clearly young adults. Even if they're not acting their age. Hey, shut up, Goblin! Whoa! Your companion grits his sharp fangs in the blonde kid's direction. Don't insult him. Hey, kid, wanna die? Keep talking. Takes a step back. Impressive! The Goblin stands his ground. This Goblin got bite! Damn! You're here to uphold the law, right? So arrest these felons. Now! The dwarf grabs her hand and holds her back. Medusa, calm down, please. You explain your side. She scoffs. Okay, fine. Her dwarven friend mutters, Medusa, in a concerned tone. Her friends are trying to keep her from being too brazen. Why? If they're in the right, she should be brazen. The copper press fever added. We deliver papers for the Asgolin chant. Maybe you've heard of it. It's a pretty big deal. He chuckles. She draws a sharp breath. We have a busy schedule, and right as we started delivering the papers in Waterlane, these guys started following us. Taking papers we've just delivered right out of people's mailboxes. That's illegal, right? Asked the halfling girl. Well, it is technically to steal other people's mail, I know that much, but is the mail legitimate? Somewhat illegal. Of course it's illegal! Your opinion does not even register. She does not even hear it. Insolent behavior. And then they grab one of our paper stacks from a Zerba. Like straight up assault and theft, and Medusa, it wasn't... They can't get away with this. Okay, you, what's going on here? First of all, thank you for listening to reason. Oh my god, he's gonna be one of those guys. I know we look like some dumb kids, but we're not. Something about an expression makes you think the exact opposite. Yeah, no, these are dumb kids, no doubt. He gestures towards you and then to himself. We're on the same team here. But don't look dumb, he says, looking dumb. Give him a hug! Oh, I'm tempted. So, we heard about the Asgol chant being delivered on Tolstead. Or, I did, at the guild. I work at the fishery, and I see every day how Earthfolk get radicalized by dwarven nonsense. So, I figured I'd get the boys with me and we'll, you know, put a stop to it. Finger guns. You want to stop the production of a copper paper through violence and terror. We couldn't figure out where the thing was being printed or anything. A lot of copper press designs don't really have official companies behind them. Especially trash like the Chan, you hear coming from the short kid in the back. Oh, go screw yourself, Tolly. Hey, relax. I'm telling our story here. To the good Lord Cleric. He turns back to you and coughs once. Of course, it's illegal to distribute unlicensed papers in every official district. So I asked around. Apparently, someone saw these girls at the university going around, delivering it. Wasn't that difficult to figure out. It was Modissa doing the deliveries. Bloody Modissa.
Oh.
She's not allowed to do that, the large kid in the back says with a nod. Wait, you guys know each other? Oh, couldn't figure that one out. There's history here? Yeah. Back in school, everybody knew who Modissa was. The Asgulus Annoyance, the blonde kid says with a grin. Such a terrible nickname, unimaginative and boring. Also, screw you. Anyway, that's how we got here. They're delivering an illegal magazine, and we put a stop to it. He grinned wide and proud. I just charm one of them, right? What does the law says about this conflict? The article chant, or whatever sort of name it is, anonymously publisher gave it, is not licensed for distribution in Tolston. The city knows that terrible papers should not be given out. At the same time, it is also illegal to still deliver newspapers from mailboxes. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, you're both wrong. Even if those papers are delivered illegally. Right. That's a lot of illegality. Both are in the wrong, in different ways, yes. Okay. Who are you guys voting for in the election? Not the time, Snell says. I know what I'm doing, Snell. Calm down, Snell. It's important for me to get everyone's opinion on such an important matter. Go Free Striders. The Workers' Party, she says. Duh. Same for me. The dwarf raises a hand, carefully. Yeah. And these stupid boys are probably voting for the party of Norvik. No, we're not. None of us are. Yeah, screw that. What? You know. The silent kid in the back raises his fist into the air. Screw the establishment! Yeah! Roller nods to the cleric. There are deeper forces at work here. Divine forces. Oh, you're Free Striders. Very cool. What? Of course not. Screw the Free Striders. The most of all. Oh, okay. Wow. You lost my support now, mate. Indeed. We're not voting at all. He looks insanely proud. That's impressive. I'm also apolitical. I don't engage with politics. That's why I asked you who you're voting for. No. If you don't engage in democracy, the bad guy wins. We, the blonde kid says, gesturing to his 3 friends. We are fighting the evil powers, ready to establish a true resistance to anti-human sentiments. For Earth! The girl with the creased brow sighs loudly. Earth be blessed. Take my god out of your mouth, kid. Take him out and scrub you down with soap. Okay. We are fighting the evil powers, ready to establish a true resistance to anti-human sentiments. That sounds like a conspiracy. The blonde kid looks to his left and right. Right on. Oh my god. Okay. Come to a conclusion. Good, she says and nods. Great. Good. Isn't there a compromise to be found here? Ooh. Probably not. Oh, God. Advantage. Oh, no, that went down severely. I spoke to Rollo's younger brother. Who's your younger brother again? Surely. Oh. Damn it! Alright. We're gonna get the nationalists to back off. I should be able to do this. Come on. There we go. puff out your chest, take a deep breath. Everything's gonna be okay. Your gloved hand grabs him firmly and gives you a free-to expression. Kid, give her back the papers. He mutters, trying to form an argument. No. Stay quiet. He glares at you. Give back the papers. He glances away from you, then slowly nods. Young and dumb, updated. Roller snatches up the stack of papers and tosses them over to Modissa. It catches them with an oof, accompanied by a foul expression. Grumbling, the boys then leave Waterway. Gods be damned. The girls collect themselves for a second. Damn. Yeah. Wow. That was scary. Mr. Cleric, thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot. Great. Now screw off as well. Stop delivering that paper. It's genuinely very illegal. Whatever. Let's go. Within a minute, they're dispersed, leaving behind a less rowdy water lane. I'd say that was the right choice, even if those girls seem shady as hell. Now let's get out of here. I wanted a compromise. Is that it? Ooh, it's colored. Take a route. Take a route. Hello? Trouble brewing. Young women running around the streets slinging Asgulus propaganda to unsuspecting citizens. Boys causing chaos in the name of some hapless magazine-inspired rebellion. This cannot be tolerated. It really can be. No, it cannot. Too much chaos has been caused by these damn kids. Indeed, this must be solved. With the might of the state, we shall... The Asgul youth did nothing to warrant such pushback. This era is one of communication. Ideas interchange freely between a populace of free-minded thinkers, folk dreaming of an egalitarian potential. However, the problem lies with the unfortunates who break and sear Folkarian thought with reckless unkindness. Big words. You must pray for them, beg of them, to please, please stop being so mean. Appealing to the nature? Great idea. Appealing to the better nature? Great idea. Do you think that would work? One can wish. These boys might be unkept and rough, but they are proud citizens of a great city. They are performing a service, a bit of crude one beyond the realm of law. But the youth Asgulls, they are even more unlawful, to a much steeper degree. Actual fire-related crimes, okay. How do you calculate that degree of unlawfulness? Entirely through the morality of their behavior, which means feelings. Feelings. Yes, you are feeling like the boys are in the right. What has happened here is a complication upon society, a representation of a wider culture. Young men are drawn towards the rough, downtrodden world of the dreamers. The hope of national unity through an Earthian story, one of leadership and honor. But without that guiding star, there is no such singularity, no control, no wise king to bend the knee to. Instead, these boys are simply expressing pain through violence, enacted onto those who are attempting to craft a more caring future, that is, young women. They, as opposed to young men, are drawn towards a more social type of unity, with welfare and Asgulin flattened heretical structures, adoi. Beyond Asgul himself, who is by his function also a male figure, it is to womanly people you shall look towards. Lady Fair is one. The halfling god? Yes, Lady Fair and those not. The people, the walking god who gave everything to save her people. Her words are few, but spread far among the coast. Her church is quite active among Novician society. As an organization of charity, one open to all folk, no matter their origin. An egalitarian dream. This is why women, as harsh as it is to say, are simply more suited for Novician leadership. Lady Fair makes it clear. A house held by women stands any season. Why did we get on the topic of like women running everything? I thought this was like the workers' party. Hang on. I thought being an Nazgul was like the workers' party. Am I wrong? I agree. Women clearly build a more thoughtful and caring world for us all. Feel like a good man for thinking such things. But I want to lead in the future. And I'm not a woman. Good. I have no interest in the future and or any type of leadership. I want to stay in the darkness and wither away. I feel like there should be some middle ground here. How about a house held by a person never falls? That's catchy, right? I don't know which one to pick here. I don't like this option. But like I don't want to click on this one if it like puts me down a path that I'm not fully understanding here. I want to lead in the future. You can bring wisdom and goodness. You can bring wisdom and goodness to the world as a man. But if a woman rises to the occasion, you must make an effort to enable her rise. There is something so powerful about dreams. Ideas spreading from man to woman, woman to man. But the Asgulin dream is not a blessing. It's a smile wrought in pain. A vision of 1,000 layers of intersected nets and labels, tangling every person, ensnaring them into oppressor or oppressed. And there is oppression. There are unfair hierarchies. The world is corrupt. But not fundamentally. If these boys are pushing back against Asgulism, there is only natural. It is an ideology which pushes a fundamental belief that they are naturally oppressively superior. If a young man grows up in squalor, finding zero advantages from him being a man among patriarchs, nor any power from being a human, especially if he grows up within non-human clusters, something many of the poorest humans do, when he is unable to find a job at age 19 and has almost no political, societal, or economic power in his life, which dream do you think he would believe in? The one calling him to fight to reclaim what is his by right, a good life as a future patriarch? Or the one calling him an oppressor? It does not call him an oppressor. That is an unfair reading. Asgulism is about systematic change. That young man is trapped in the same cycle of violence that all men find themselves. Since the dawn of time, that he must fight. That he must be a patriarch to have a good life. Asgulism would lay the foundation that allows him to be free from those burdens. He would be free to find that job, that good life, with the same prospects as everyone else. That foundation is laid by raising women to the forefront, by allowing them to flatten our hierarchies and bring about a new world. I suppose if a man already has it pretty terrible in a world where he's supposed to be at top, then a world where his advantages are gone would seem even worse. Understandable. I'm sure there's a female perspective here somewhat as well, but I've only really read about that in a mum's book. Okay. Seems like to me it's more of a branding issue. The Asgulists need to be in more tune with the economic aspects of intersectionality. They're clearly losing out on a ton of angry book-burning boys. Okay, sure. Look, I just want what's best for women. I don't care about men or women. I am an equal hater. We all suck. The real winner. No, to be honest, I just want what's best for women. That's not me saying I don't want best for men, but in this debate, I do want what's best for men, which would be a matriarchal feminine paradise. A just and truly good patriarchy. Something I am not smart enough to visualize. I want a just and truly good leader. Hello? God, to be honest, it's not something I'm smart enough to visualize. Be more confident, you know this well enough. You need to come to that realization. The one every boy reaches towards the late stages of the capitalistic, pubertaristic, and socialistic awakenings that, no, not at all. It is only your placement you must understand. Figure out where you've planted those 2 feet of yours and accept the way your bones will begin their incessantly, slowish grind into the payment. Learn more, steel yourself, seek love, be more. Whoa. Suddenly understand gender. God. I'm gonna go strength here because that's my better stat. Thank God I did. Everyone lay upon your spectrum, each judge for the perceived and internalized values. You are approximately 0.52 decimals across the line into masculinity. That is, in a less abstract definition, a little over halfway to being a full man. Sorry, what? Slightly over halfway, yes? I'm only halfway? It is not ideal. Does that mean I'm a woman? Am I a woman? Of course not. And do not relax like some sensitive wimp. Hey, this is a revelation to me. The feminine is a beautiful ideal by itself. Fearing your position on the spectrum, is weakness itself. I really don't know how to be taking this at the moment. This has all jumped to me in the last 5 minutes. You're saying a lot of big words, and it's taken a lot to process. The average man is, if you think back to your ability to sniff out manhood, usually placed around 0.50 decimals of masculinity. Okay. That makes you 0.02 more man than the average man. So I'm actually super manly. Ooh. Let us not get carried away. Man. You are approximately, averagely, decently, middle ground manly. A normally sized manhood is of a perfectly median shaped man. Inside? Inside. Yes. Your manhood inside of you. Doesn't manhood mean you know? What are you speaking of? Genitalia? Oh. No. Manhood is a concept, an idea, a feeling of masculinity hidden within your body. It is not an actual thing. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, it would. Yes, it really would. It really would. Now, you will choose. What? You know the truth. To choose a side. Oh, God. Are we talking about politics here? Tell me about Lady Fair. The halflings built a religion out of feminine love. You can do something similar. Okay. Future patriarch, a brotherhood, a patriarchy, a good and just world. It is within your grasp. Oh, I completely skipped that. Lady Fair, extra proficiency in roles when speaking with feminine characters. When speaking with masculine characters. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna want. Okay. Okay. I'm ready to make a decision. Do so. Stand tall. Do not be afraid. I pick Lady Fair. It is done. The feminine has entered into your body, your soul, your blood. Be kind to all. Be slightly less confused about gender. Alrighty then. I'm pretty happy with that decision. Can't be mad, can't be mad. I'm now with it with the ladies. Stairs down to the bustling docks. Alright. Corner, the first of the river guilds. Oh, there's more gnomes. Free trade? Oh, that seems like my kind of place as a free strider. That's also a giant griffin. Right. Let us not encounter, probably, the dangerous griffin. Excluding the anti-magic messaging, free striderism comes with great branding. Fair. Yeah, I saw that. No one can dismiss the dwarf's architectural genius. Alright. Hello. The dwarf gazes across the dockyards. A cleric? Sorry, I'm busy. Oh, okay. Can't even check you out. Right, I see how it is. Deep groaning. The bell of water lane. Now, you know what? I know we just rocked up to water lane. But I only wanted to do that because I knew there was something happening down here. In terms of this conflict. But I'm also mindful that the tavern, the inn, is open now. So it might be worth having a look at that. Do I have any more objectives here? I need to go say hi to Lady Sage Leaf again. Tea shop, yep. Coin Lord's meet. Okay. Oh, when can I meet him again? Was it this afternoon or tomorrow? Oh, I just realized. Because I've done these two quests, they line up here for this one now. Right. Alright, I don't believe there's anything immediately that needs my attention here. I believe I can enter the tavern, the Drunken Sphinx, I think it's called. Over here. Hello? Oh, she's missing. Okay. She's abandoned me. I wonder where she's gone. Will I find her at the tavern? Oh, hello. Who are you? Oh, okay. That's a dagger. Your muscles tense up. Am I being robbed? Oh god, it's an assassin. Okay. A face of iron appears from nothing. You hear the goblin say something to you. Yeah. Dagger, a one-handed piercing weapon, good at making holes in clerics. You don't say. He doesn't need to raise his voice. You know the gravity of the word. This creature visits death upon your door. Fight back. This is no time for introspection. Get ready now. Roll initiative. Oh god. Oh no. 9, take that. Okay. They get first shot. Breathing stopped. Fear response begun. Last one is ready. Whoa. 3 D4s? Jesus! The ringmail underneath is the only thing keeping you from being gashed open. Okay. This guy wants to kill you, don't let him. Great advice. You probably can't talk your way out of this one. Ooh. Go! Right. Genius! I'm a genius! He then relaxes his posture, giving you a nod. Brutal. Calculated. I didn't expect him to just fall. No, I didn't. It was calculated. I'm a genius. If it works, it works. The goblin leans out over the abyss, staying several steps away from the colourful substance greased all over the bridge. They really should add guardrails here. Complaint. I fail once more. Is that my fault? Is that a dig at me? Are you complaining about the way I run this city? No. Okay. Sorry, I misinterpreted. Uh-huh. He looks away for a moment before shaking his head and getting back on topic. Sadly, the old lady couldn't get the permit. Otherwise, we'd have bolted up this place a long time ago. But for this once, I'm glad it worked out, sort of. Someone wants us dead. Are you, more likely? Wait, why me? Looks a bit high-tech for a goblin mugger, he says, and wipes some dirt off his pants. That wasn't a goblin, was it? No, I mean, mugger of goblins. Mugger of goblins. It's quite a title. You usually don't bust out creepy esoteric gear when they feel like stabbing someone like me. And I didn't exactly get targeted either, so I think you've got a magical maniac after you, sorry to say. Adrenaline wearing off, but where? Everything is a bit wobbly. Not from blood loss, but Stand still. This is embarrassing. Cleric, do you need any... He motions towards his neck. Feel your neck. Right where you felt the blade hit. The area hurts, but more importantly, it is not wet. You will live. Lucky every time. Oh, fine, I've got my bucket. Really? Yep. Aren't you lucky? Because we're going to need it if someone's sending assassins after us. Even incompetent ones like that. That mask was weird. Glance down to the abyss. Cold hit. You glare into the darkness, but you see nothing down there. Screw this. You can't get away with this. Not on our streets. Yeah, he nods back. You stood your ground. Against the odds. That is commendable. The goblin is more competent than you imagine. You have a feeling this will be a fruitful partnership. If you can get on his good side. Am I not on his good side? I thought we had a great bonding moment. You know, when we're in the dungeon, we ran past all the fire, I nearly died to that gelatinous cube slime thing. We got attacked, well, nearly attacked, I should say, by a giant crocodile lizard guy who wanted to eat us. You moved fast, and that kept you alive. Stay alert, and you'll live through this assignment. Hells, maybe you'll even thrive. Neil checks around the crossing, a wary scowl on his face. Grease is cleared. Let's get out of here. Low-key, I was thinking that the grease would just make it harder for them to hit me. But I will take that. I'm hoping I didn't lose loot. Is that a snail? Hello, what's over here? Oh, no, that is where I wanted. Woohoo! Some items are guarded. A donation plate. Miss Neely. Tell me your secrets. Oh, that's pretty good. 14. Bard. Another goblin. This one is looking to escape. She works hard, but earning ways to improve her craft. Her passion. Oh, look who it is. Well, well, well. That's the Sphinx. Right. That will do it. M'lady. It would be something akin to 1,000 a month. Standard fare, really. Obviously, all of my proprietary deals would have to be included in that. Obviously. Which would make it more akin to double that price, at least. The orc woman places her cup on the counter and leans forward. We hope you'll consider it. The fiendish woman behind the counter gives her a wide, sharp grin. Vera turns to leave and almost walks straight into you. Whoops! Cleric, lovely to see you again, but I can't stop the chat. Do you swing by Waterlane later? Would you? As the orc steps past you and leaves behind the tavern, you look over to the woman behind the bar. She locks eyes with you while putting away the orc's cup. Approach. Hello! I am the cleric, but not the cleric. I'm also the rogue. Behold, tell me everything about you. I know nothing about you. Demon. Money, money, money. This is what you get when the pragmatism of devilhood mixes with the dexterity of humanish fingers. A mint-making, crown-consensuous capital creator of the highest class. Right. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, I see. So something here attaches to me being taken by the river. So it is something to do with me. I bet you it's the watch. Something to do with the watch. Oh, she drinks. Right. You are grooving on that guitar. No, don't steal. Hello. Behind the counter stands a woman of fiendish origin. Focused on filling up one of the taps, she immediately stops when she notices your approach. Welcome to the Drunk Sphinx. Well, my good lord, a cleric. How lovely to see this city stop by. She gives you her full attention. Name's Rick Spider. I'll be serving you tonight. How did that happen? How do you have horns? How can I get horns?
Tell me your secrets, woman.
Actually, I need to make it clear to you that I'm not a cleric. No way. Oh my. What kind of rapscallion are you then? Dress up like that. I'm a roguish kind of rapscallion. You're the tavern owner? Do you have a bunch of information that would help me in my quest? Sure. Why not? If there's anything I can do for you, just ask. I know more than most in this sprawling city of ours. This city is not hers. Oh, Snell! She exclaimed as she noticed him over the counter. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Want something to drink? I'm on the clock, he nods towards you. Oh, you're the escort, eh? That's not how I'd phrase it, but sure. She laughs and sticks a sharp finger in her face. Don't get Snell into too much trouble, you hear? He's already grumpy enough as is. The two of them are clearly sharing a past, in an enemies to lovers kind of way. Only without the lovers part. Jesus, that's a lot of information. Okay, here we go. You two friends, Neil? No. Don't say that. You're hurting my feelings. There's tension here. If you want to rise out of him, ask about it. Oh, okay. I sense sexual tension between you two. That's a statement I will strongly refute, cleric. Of course, refuted it is. Is, for sure. Absolutely. She laughs and leans over the counter. Oh, I'm gonna set him up. All jokes aside, this is all just part of the job, you know. Creating sexual tension? Harassing goblins? Being a little fiend? Is that offensive? Flirting? Well, sure. Being a little fiend? That's just in my blood. Creating sexual tension? Bit on the nose, but sure. I see. It just so happens to be such that Snell here is very hard not to crack. The hardest. The goblin closes his eyes and mutters something to himself. Your companion doesn't seem to enjoy the horned woman's attention. Something is off. She's speaking in sexual undertones, yet you do not feel weak. Well, duh, she's not your type. That's pretty obvious. Why is she not my type? Why? What? She's my type, I swear. Does Snell spend a lot of time here? You don't need to ask her, it's not relevant. He does, she says, ignoring his comment. Although this is the most convenient third place for the HWBT, so it's not like he's got too many options. Third place. Third place! A place for community and socialization that is not home or work. We've got all the wonderful goblins we could need here, every night. Great, I have some other questions, of course. Tell me about the owner of the tea shop. Drummer? He's a real piece of work. Like, I'm impressed that he kept that tea shop afloat for so long, but... Look, I just know the rumors, okay? I love rumors. She leans in with a smirk. Same. Drummer kept the tea shop full of Asculus, mostly young ones. Oh, I need to go to the printer place then. I need to find the secrets there. But supposedly he's been working with the Freestriders on the side. Oh! Scandalous! Pick a side, pick a lane. Where do you think he's at? Well, I do remember him mentioning something of an escape plan one time. Really? That sounds very relevant. The bird was drunk, okay? Muttered something about covering every liability. Did I miss him? Was he here? Or has that already well and truly happened? And how his escape plan was... Look, I thought it was a bad joke. Ruffled feathers. But he said, from what I can recall, that his plan was to sneak into a crate and ship himself to Reeves. Oh! Okay. That's a wicked good plan. You should look for him in Waterlane. At a warehouse or something. This bird's smarter than I thought. My god. I mean, it's sure to happen at some point. Historically. She shrugs. Drunken ramblings. But If I were you, I'd check water lane. Do you think he blew up the tea shop? No. She shakes her head and repeats her answer. No, that bird couldn't make a ballsy move like that. No. Run away from it? For sure. That's what I expect. And indirectly, I'd be surprised if he's not at least a little to blame. Right. What do you know about the tea shop? It blew up! People keep saying that. Right. Very strange. She gives you a quick shrug. It wasn't here. Not usually on Tolstead over noontime. I'm more of a night gal, obviously. So I'm not much help, sadly. I'm just heard of the regular. But I can recommend talking to the kid at the kiosk upstairs. His brother comes here often, and I overheard him talking about it. Yes, I spoke with Arn. Great! Hope you didn't scare him too much. Kidding. Do you know a man called Frank, son of Frank? Your question causes Aletta a hearty laugh. I'm so happy I'm not the one having to ask that stupid question. No, I'm afraid I haven't. Sorry, cleric. I will find you, Frank, son of Frank. Frankly, I will find you, Frank. She probably gets hundreds of people using the fake name during any given week. What is this tavern talk? Talk of the tavern. What's the hot goss, as they say? The fiendish tavern keep suddenly stops to clean the counter and stares at you. Excuse me? No, I'm asking, She tosses the cloth over her shoulder. You want rumors? Ooh, yes please. A missing paladin, hang on. Well, you've heard of the missing paladin. That's a bit of a mystery. Lord Gorm is said to have gone missing in the city below. Although, really, it's just rumors. But I haven't seen him for weeks, so it's a bit worrying. Lord Gorm! Of course, I've heard of him. He's the last paladin of Earth. He's very important to the city. I'd like to ask more about him. Sure. I don't know much, to be completely honest. But if I were you, I wouldn't get my hopes up. Does he wear a helmet? Oh no, never actually. He always showed off those golden locks. A clear sign of corruption. What sort of man would choose to show skin instead of iron? I'm technically showing off wood. Giggity. Guess his proclivity for vanity very much surpassed your own, cleric, she says with a playful smile. You ever hear him say anything suspicious? She laughs. Look, drunkards say all kinds of stuff. Can't read too much of it. What did you hear? Mostly a bunch of ranting about how every single political entity in the city should be burned to the ground. So typical pro-human slogans, you know the stuff. So Lord Gorm is a fascist. Got it. She laughs. Oh, I gave him some snarks, I did. Yes, you did. You know where I could find him? I hear all kinds of rumors, cleric. He's cracked under the pressure and started living as a fisherman or beggar on Water Lane. Or he died in the tunnels below fighting undead abominations. Or he jumped on the ship to Middletown. Maybe Lord Gorm wants to head out onto the infinite waste through Toll's past. Either way, I don't think you're going to find him, cleric. But maybe there's some clues as to his fate somewhere on Tolstead. Who knows? It's just occurred to me I keep my face covered. Do I have golden locks? Am I the missing paladin? Did I get lost, get amnesia, and I came back with a bucket? The plot thickens. You don't know what he looks like, and I guarantee you don't know what he is. I'm searching for a paladin. She shakes her head. Damn it. Thanks for the information. What are you voting for in the election? That's a cheeky question. Don't worry, I won't repress your political opinions. Promise. I swear. She's taken back by an exclamation. Don't just start screaming like that! She clearly loves to talk about her own thoughts and opinions for days, so... Early on, I thought about voting in the agricultural party. They had a big focus on small business owners, like me. But obviously, they've moved over to the bigger working class focus and are now completely swallowed by Ascalism. So now I'm leaning towards the Free Striders. They want to build up the economy and increase trade, which will directly make my life so much easier. Plus, it's hard to ever vote for the Nationalists when they want my kind to be second-class citizens. And the Free Striders will let you buy your own way to first class, or what? She gives him a half smirk, something like that. Why not vote green? Yeah, screw fascism, give her a high five. So you're a Free Strider then? Hey, just because I'll vote for them doesn't mean I'm dedicated for life. They happen to be the most useful for my business. Nothing else. You like the Agriculture Party? Liked. They had a neat manifesto, okay? Freedom of the movement and business type stuff. Why not vote green? She holds up a hand and gives you an incredulous look. I'd like to keep my profits, duh. Your companion scoffs. Yeah, screw him. She enthusiastically meets your hand in a satisfying smack. Holy hell. Hell yeah. A foolish performative act. Oh, stop that. Fascism is objectively bad, and screaming at the top of your lungs is a good thing. You do not mean screw fascism when you say it. You mean screw the city, your city. You got problems if you think that, which you do, so... When I understand more trade, life easier. Okay. You read the Asgul chant? Not my scene. But since the tea shop went poof, got a lot more patrons bringing it in here. I wonder why. Very strange. Wink back. Wink back. Oh, nice. Very nice. Stop it, lady. Join my party right now. You're better to sneer. I know, controversial for me to say. Where is it printed? No clue. It was somewhere in Tolstead, though. In some dark corner, probably by a group of angry dwarves, I imagine. What do people think about it? That it's ridiculous. You've got the third largest political paper in the city, and it's printed in the shadows. Nobody knows who the chanter is, and every article is just signed off as written by a concerned citizen. It's very dramatic, but other than that, people either hate it or love it, depending entirely on your politics. Is it a magical newspaper? No. It's a very cheap one, printed and distributed in mysterious ways. So it's illegal then? Oh, very legal. They've run it for like 2 years, I think. Crazy long times. Will be one hell of a story once they get caught. If... Is this paper political? Oh, not at all. Not at all. Indeed, it's in fact the only newspaper in existence that's ever managed to be completely apolitical in every way, shape, and form. She's messing with you. You're messing with me. I am sorry, she says, unless a dark chuckle. The Asgul chant is clearly a highly politicalized paper. It's literally filled with the brim with Asgul propaganda. That's it about the paper. Do you hear anything about masked assassins? No. Sounds like a cult. Trying to kill me. Oh no, that's no good. But I'm sure you'll be fine. The city is strong and eternal, right? I'm a dead man walking. Okay. Tell me everything you know about these cult assassins. Okay, so... Yeah. Then back at you. Wait. She's making a joke. So you don't know anything then? Okay, cleric. That's all I know. Thanks for asking, though. Great. Thank you. Tell me about yourself. Please do dive on in, cleric. Anything in particular you'd like me to rant about? Tell me about your business. My favorite topic. I've got several businesses, in fact. Some call me a bit of a serial entrepreneur. Ooh, tell me everything, every detail. I'll be here all day. I can do a quick rundown if you want. Sure, I started off printing, believe it or not, so many years ago at this point. There was a great boom in the industry right when my horns were budding. Did you know we had over 12 papers in circulation at its peak? Crazy! I ended up with way more capital than I anticipated, which gave me the opportunity to invest quite heavily. And you know me, she says and winks. This woman is overly familiar for a living. Admirable. I took on big risk for a big reward. A little bit of agriculture, a little bit of politics, signed some deals with the free striders, some with the agriculturists, or what do they call themselves these days. My main business today is actually textile manufacturing. Started a meal 2 years ago with the most inspirational woman you'd ever meet. Suffragettes, widows, immigrants, and Novikian alike. Suffragettes, an activist group formed by dwarven women in the early days of suffrage movements. When human women began joining the party, they eventually won over the palace, and universal suffrage was ordered. We're building a new world of feminine industry. Ooh, very nice. She's exploiting women who have been left behind by the communities. Awful. She must be making a lot of coin. Good for her. This tavern was born out of my meetings with Ulysses. She nods her head in the direction of the massive sphinx at the end of the chamber. She guarded this place for centuries? Millennia? God knows how long. Even our good Lord Earth just let her be. Our Lord saw this divine being and allowed her to continue her sacred mission. But I managed to get her to open up a bit. A few drinks later, and we've got a contract signed. Today, it's a highly successful establishment with patrons from all over the world. Things are a bit slow these days with the whole tea shop drama, but alas, things will pick up soon again, I'm sure. That is not how you use alas in a sentence. Oh yeah, she talks so damn much you barely even picked up on it. This being loves the sound of her own voice. Could be very useful. What's your mother's maiden name? Am I allowed to say that? Isn't that a curse thing? Like knowing the true name of the devil or something? No, it's the name of your mother-in-law you should keep secret. So are you a devil? No? Or I mean, you're not one of those folk that keep confusing devils and demons, are you? There's a difference? No, I'm an expert in my field. Yes, it's all real. Alright, well, let's just move on. And I'll keep that a secret, just in case, okay? What if I click this? Again? It's your mother's name. Really? Yes. Alright, well... Damn it. How did you end up here? Long story. I'll keep it short, as I'm sure you've got better things to do. Essentially, family from Hayeks was born in Volgany, raised in Reeds during the worst of the revolution, left my family behind and came here to start anew. Now I'm building businesses, left and right. Azcan is a wonderful land of promises. I love it here. She leans in and smirks. Thank you so much for taking in an outcast like myself, cleric. She's sitting on you, hit back. I punch her, I flip back. I flip back? Yes! Yes! Nope, not your type. You need someone stronger. Boo! Am I only interested in strong women? Is that my whole thing here? They need muscles. They need to be able to put me in my place. The red one's correct, but still boring. Do I compliment her horns? Just say something. You've been staring at her silently for 15 seconds. Hey, don't punch her. She shows her sharp teeth in a bright smirk. Are you devil or demon? Neither, you know. I suppose the city classifies me as a fiendish guest citizen, or whatever the legal definition is. But my blood origin is demon, like all of Houses of Fire. Ooh, Houses of Fire! The aristocracy, ruling over several cities in Hastings. They are famous for being elven, human, or even celestials, who intermingled with demonic forces of the region. She winks and says, I try not to fawn it too much. Tends to get the boys a bit too excited, you know. Tense, the currency of the Free Strata Revolution. Right. While free cities have multiple currencies, the magical paper money of Reeds is quickly growing. into the most valuable across the coast. They clearly craved the abyssy. Say that out loud. A pussy. Keep it together. A pussy. What? Nothing, never mind. She cracks a devilish, demonic smile. You know, I have heard that term before. It's one of those things that youngsters throw around, right? A bit cringe, isn't it? No! Ah! Such a blow. You probably shouldn't say that out loud. If you won't listen to your senses, then at least listen to the bartender. Ah, my heart. Calling me cringe. Neil, help me. How do I get to the undercoast? I don't know. Head down until gravity flips? Never been myself. Alright, no more personal questions. Oh, too bad. What's up with the, That's Ulsis. Great girl. She's a Gina Sphinx. She's been here since, like, early gate era? But good luck getting more than that out of her. She always drinks this much? Yeah, that's the only reason this place stays open. She lets us all hang around her sacred chamber, and in return, I get her pumped on some river wine. Cost-wise, it's not much worse than a regular city rent. Thanks for telling me about the Sphinx. Let's see. Alrighty then, guys. I believe this is a good place to end this episode. Next time, we are going to be exploring a bit more of this tavern. You know, chatting with all the different goblins, the Sphinx, and the musician, and probably even donating, I'm thinking. I'm actually very excited. But, as always, guys, if you have enjoyed the video, by all means, please do like the video. It does tell me to keep pumping out content like this. And please subscribe to the channel. That is how you guys stay up to date for when I do upload content like this. But, as usual, everyone, I do hope you've had a royal time. Bye-bye.